I don't know about you guys, but I could do with some decent on-field performances today. After yesterday's Carabao Cup final special, which if you haven't watched it, go and watch that before you watch this to avoid any spoilers. We simulated a couple of games as well and got a couple of good results. We won 5-0 in the FA Cup against Barnsley. We have the next round of the FA Cup to start us today, the quarter-final. We won 4-0 against Cardiff, drew 2-2 away from home against Sporting Lisbon in the Europa League round of 16. So we have an away goal aggregate lead almost. But we've got 3 games today. Everton in the quarter-final of the FA Cup, the second leg against Sporting, and then Liverpool in the Premier League. Now, Liverpool are a side that we're obviously trying to chase in the Premier League, a side that we're trying to beat in the Premier League. We'll have to wait and see how things go with regards who plays in that game. Emerson is unfit for this first one against Everton. Spoilers now, lost the Carabao Cup final in rather embarrassing fashion yesterday. Episode 13, unlucky for some, it was unlucky for us. But I hope to bounce back today. We'll auto-replace the problem and then just deal with it in this next menu. We'll play in black, actually, against Everton at Goodison Park. It's in the rain. Hakimi could come in. I'd rather not play Hakimi, though. Jamie Shackleton can play at right back, perhaps. I could play Jamie Shackleton. Oh, no, let me drop a towel to right back and then start Tyler Wright. There you go. That's a better way to do it, isn't it? Yeah, that's definitely a better way to do it. Let's put Miller in goal as well, actually. I need to take Engel out of this starting lineup. Engel was only into the rotation 11 starting lineup because Miller got injured. But Miller's back from injury now. And Castro's actually grown since we signed him. He was 79 when I bought him. May even have been 78 when I bought him. Or signed him. I can't recall. I think it was 79. Definitely 70-something. 78 or 79. He's now 80 rated, so he's growing well. But that's the starting 11 we're going to play. We'll wait and see what 11 Everton put out for this FA Cup tie. But hopefully we can get ourselves through to the semi-finals of the FA Cup and stand a good chance of retaining our FA Cup title. Whilst, of course, trying to at least finish top 4, if not win the Premier League and win the Europa League as well. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notification bell ticked so you don't miss out on a video. Let's jump in. So Liverpool are through. Man United are through. Tottenham are through. Some big opposition waiting for either Everton or ourselves in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Now, of course, we played Everton in last year's FA Cup final to win the trophy. So they're going to want payback on us for that. But I'd obviously like to try and retain my FA Cup title if I can. We got to the Carabao Cup final. Lost it rather convincingly. So I want to try and win another domestic cup this season if we can. And obviously the FA Cup now is our only opportunity to do that. Wait and see what Everton's starting lineup is. And then we'll take it from there with regards how well we think we're going to do in this game. Everton are still challenging for the title themselves in the Premier League. So I don't know how strong a side they're going to put out for this game. We'll have a look at it now. Oh, okay, we won't have a look at it now. Let's have a look at it here instead, shall we? I was hoping at least it would be there in that one before it split to show the team information. So, Moise Kean, Tammy Abraham, Moranchuk, Florentino, Gabama, Bracalo, Digne, Holgate, Gibson, Kenny Pickford. That's a full-strength 11, I believe, for Everton. They're taking this very seriously indeed. Well, let's try and get ourselves through then. No extra time. Sorry, no replay even in this round because the semi-finals are at Wembley. No replay in the quarter-finals. It will go to extra time and penalties if we can't get a result inside 90 minutes. Shackleton out to Yusuf Fatal. Down the line there is Tyler Wright. Not had as much first-team football as perhaps he might have liked in this starting lineup. Morris could turn, has done, just trying to get away from everybody and get that through to Shackleton, who was still onside. Tyler Wright is 2. Pull it back for a teammate. Oh, but I can't get it to anyone. Can we keep that in? No, it's going to go over my head. Playing well in the opening 10 minutes here. We can get an early goal to consolidate that. Then that'd be great. John Morris skips away from the challenge. Oh, and finishes superbly. Joel Morris. Wow. What a finish. Back across his body into the far corner. I thought he'd pulled it across goal there. Cunha shot. It fell kindly for Morris. Skips away from the man. And that is devastating in the finish. His finishing is only in the mid-70s. But that was exquisitely done. He is right-footed. And I don't think he's got too high a weak foot, only a 3-star weak foot, and finishing is only 75. That felt like 95 finishing from Morris there. An early 1-0 lead. That's exactly what we needed to start today after the disappointing performance against Arsenal yesterday. Still getting results in simulated games, but I need to be better in played games because we conceded 5 against Leicester, 4 against Arsenal, and 3 against Trabzonspor recently. My most recent 3 played games. So defensively, I am making mistakes. Not even mistakes half the time, just getting torn apart. Which is obviously proving why we needed to sign Eden Militao on a free contract or pre-contract on a free for next season. And that's the one pre-contract signing we made. Go on, Mateus, get in behind. Take it in your stride, get away from the defender and bury it. Oh, it's popped free, but Pickford and his defenders will get rid of it. Shackleton's won it back though. Morris is there again. Go one way, try and use his 99 agility, but not able to do it on this occasion. Playing well though. Playing really well. Jaro Riedewald. Oh, Tammy Abraham. Just too strong for him. But the pass goes only as far as Calvin Phillips. Jesus, nobody can hold on to possession at the minute, can they? Getting a little bit scrappy now. And players pulled out of position left, right and centre. Here's their CDM playing at left wing. Need to slow things down, I think. Just get control of the tie. We have control of the scoreline, but we don't want to let Everton get back into it. 1-0 after half an hour. Still looking for a second. Tyler Wright in behind and might be able to get us that second from a penalty maybe. I was trying to turn, couldn't get to the ball because Luca Digne was in the way. Now we are going to have an opportunity to get a second. He's stretched there and he's close, but he's nowhere in terms of getting the ball. Do I give the Tyler Wright the pen? He won it. Massive call to give someone with such low penalties the pen, but he's buried it. He's played well so far. The 2 youngsters, Tyler Wright and Joel Morris, scoring the 2 goals to give us the solid advantage in this first half. Driving down the line. Oh, through the legs of Yusuf Patel. Shackleton forward quickly to Morris. Phillips has got options on the left, including Jared Bowen. Cunha could come short. Oh, I find myself always trusting Mateus Cunha's footwork. And Jamie Shackleton's in to maybe, and definitely now, make it 3-0. Where was this level of performance in the Carabao Cup? We said at the time, and I'll still stick by it, even though I'm sure I'm recording this before you've seen the Carabao Cup final, but I'm sure I'll get plenty of hate in the comments for playing the tired full-strength 11 side, but I stand by the decision to do that, even though it cost us the game, because I reckon we stand a better chance of doing better in the Premier League and in the Europa League, and evidently in the FA Cup as well, by doing it the way we have done in this busy fixture list period. Florentino across here to Moranchik. I mean, that could change, obviously, if we don't get through against Sporting, but I'm hoping that we will. I'm not going to say I'm sure we will, because complacency cost me the game against Arsenal. Corner to come in for Brekalo, or for Everton from Brekalo, but Miller saves, and that'll be half-time, and a convincing 3-0 lead at that. Kabama to Tammy Abraham, back to Moise Kean. Tammy, lovely through ball to Brekalo. Everton trying to fight their way back into the tie. That's poor from Cooper, and Moise Kean's header comes down off the bar. We need to win this. Price does. Oh, Cooper gets it away. It was his initial poor header that led to the chance for Everton initially. And then a goal line clearance keeps us 3-0 in front. Everton so close to get themselves right back in this game. That's a poor pass from Cunha. I wanted to get that down the line, not through that gap. Everton's still playing in the Champions League, evidently, but they might not be playing in the FA Cup anymore. And I could have maybe taken an extra pace there, but wanted to make sure I got the shot away and didn't get closed down by the defender. John Morris is not the strongest of players and would certainly have lost the physical battle if he'd come into it. Brandon Cooper here now almost cost us a goal, then certainly saved us conceding a goal. Ridiculous how that passage of play played out, but we still have our 3-0 lead at the hour mark. Drilled forward to Tammy, out to Moranchuk. Tackled well by Price. Throw for Everton now. It looks like Moranchuk's going to be going off. He was the one walking towards the halfway line. There it is. And Wenderson Galeno coming on in his place. Can't say as I know much about him. We'll wait and see if he positively impacts the game for Everton. They've obviously had a good start to the half, and Harriet's involved here. And Abraham draws the save out of Miller. He had the opportunity there to turn and play Moise Ken back in. Elected not to take it. Corner to come in from from Bracalo. Shackleton's the one that clears it though. I mean, Harriet, he's been off the bench for them now as well. Out to Brecalo. Cross blocked by Atal. Can I get to that first? I can't. Another decent delivery by Brecalo. Another poor clearance by Cooper. Certainly needs to improve on that side of his game. But a counter-attack is on. Cunha to Bowen. Inside to Morris. Support with me, although not able to find anyone, John Morris. And with 15 minutes to go, Everton come forward again. Don't think they're going to get anything from this, Everton. They might get a goal back, perhaps, or maybe two at best. They might get a goal back here. They have done. And Galeno is going to have a positive impact for Everton, but they've still got 12 minutes left, and they still need 2 more goals at least. I don't think it's going to happen. Cooper to Tyler Wright. Bit of a heavy touch, but try and get that round the corner. It was intended for John Morris, but it was Shackleton that ended up with the ball at his feet. Price has got Jared Bowen with him here. There's Calvin Phillips, and they've left Jamie Shackleton on his own, and you can't do that because then you can play through Mateus Cunha, and this should be... Oh, but he's not 4-0. That's unlike Mateus Cunha. A chance that clear cut, I'd have put my house on him scoring there. Unfortunately, he didn't, but it's not going to cost us the game. Tammy Abraham's off, Ollie Watkins is on, but there's 4 minutes for Everton to score 2 goals. Ain't happening, lads. Whistle goes, and we're through to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Manchester United, Liverpool and Tottenham were the other sides that had gotten through previously. Were the last ones to play our quarter-final game. Who will be drawn against? I'm not sure. Whether we'll get through in that game, I'm not sure. Man United winning the Manchester derby, Liverpool beating Watford, Spurs beating Stoke, and ourselves beating Everton. But who will face, I'm not sure. Who will face, I'm not really too fussed about, actually. I feel like we could do well against any of those teams. Apart from perhaps Manchester United. We played well, but there's room to improve, certainly. We've ended up by winning by 2 goals. Full confidence in the lads. And then Harriet was one of the best players. I mean, he came off the bench. We just played our game. I don't think Harriet had that much of an impact. Certainly Wanderson Galeno had more of an impact off the bench for Everton, getting them their goal. Now we have Sporting next. And actually, I'm probably going to play with that same 11 in the game against Sporting to ensure that my full strength 11 is available to play against Liverpool in the Premier League just 3 days afterwards. Ingles unhappy. Don't worry, pal. Match is rescheduled, so the FA Cup game has been drawn already. And we'll find out now who it's against. Tottenham. To be fair, of the 3, that's probably the one that I would have preferred. So Tottenham in the FA Cup semi-final. Alright, I'm happy enough with that. Let's head now to this second leg against Sporting Lisbon. Daniel Marlon wants to play. He's not going to start. I could bring him off the bench, although probably not for too long, because I'm going to need him to be as fit as possible for the game against Liverpool. We want to go out and win, though, regardless of the fact that we're not going to have a full-strength side out there. And it was a team effort against Everton, sorry. And it's a team effort, a squad effort throughout all 3 of these fixtures to ensure that we get the best results possible. With the busy fixture list, plenty of players going away on international duty soon. That for this weekend here, the 29th, and then we'll have Arsenal followed by Sheffield United. But up next for us, Sporting Lisbon at home. A 2-2 scoreline from leg number 1 in the simulated game. People are tired again. Do I? They're not as tired as they were for the previous cup final, that's for sure. So yeah, I'm going to do it. Marlon wants to play, but he's suspended. I can't play you because you're suspended, Danielle. So don't shout at me, please. Thank you. Put Miller in goal for England again. I need to do that permanently in the previous menus, but we'll do it after this game. Right, Sporting Lisbon at home then. Up next. All right, Sporting Lisbon. Boetius, Acuna. Oh, do it this way instead. Pain in the arse, this one now. Thankfully, in the Premier League, it doesn't affect us. Maximiano, in goal. Acuna being played at left back. Wendell in there at CDM. Boetius on the left-hand side. Pereira and Rodriguez up top. Doumbia scored in the first leg, obviously. Although hopefully we can keep him quiet in this one. They're playing a 4-3-3-4. So 2 centre mids and an attacking cam. A positive formation from them. We're playing our 4-4-1-1. It's not too dissimilar in the way that we both set up here. Hopefully we can get ourselves a decent result. They're not fully fit either, though their stamina is probably slightly better than ours. As long as we can avoid conceding any away goals, we shall definitely go through. We know clean sheet means quarter-final place. Just don't concede and we're through to the next round. Boyce just played in behind. I see the man on the edge of the box there, Pereira, and he's found him well. Miller makes a good save. Seems fairly comfortable, but needed to be made. Pereira to deliver into the middle. Looped high and punched clear by Miller. Oh, that was awful. Oh no, it did take a deflection. All right, fair enough. Corner's come in again then from Mateus Pereira. Where's this one going to go? Keeper's not going to come for this one, and Brandon Cooper clears away. They've been the more attacking side thus far, Sporting Lisbon, but they haven't really threatened that much. Price will turn well there and look for Jared Bowen. Also, gets away from the defender, who then hauls him to ground. Haven't felt too threatened, and hopefully we can get a goal sooner rather than later, just to make us that little bit more confident of being able to go through. Morris turns well, but can't get away from Acuna. 15 minutes to go in this first half, but despite Sporting Lisbon having a lot of the ball, they haven't really threatened our goal too much. Morris to Jamie Shackleton. Acuna's there again. Bowen could make me run, maybe. Too sure where to go here. It's good footwork. Bowen out to Price. Will whip a ball in, and underneath this could be Cunha. It's McKenna. It's Bowen for a corner. Can we get ourselves a 1-0 lead before half-time? Bowen with the corner. Atal could be up for this. He is, but he's headed it well over the top of the bar. Morris. Shackleton's there. He's having to shrug off the attentions of Mateus Pereira. I could play Joel Morris through this gap. He's got Jared Bowen on the outside, but the ball's just gotten away from him. Nice tackle by Price, though. We've won it back. Could yet get that 1-goal lead before half-time. 1-2 with Cunha. Look for Morris again. It's just not quite clicking for me offensively in this game. Riedewald winning that header, and still we come forward. They may have started the half the better, but we've certainly ended it stronger. John Morris is in. He's only got a 3-star weak foot, and proved to be the case there. Comfortable save for the keeper. 0-0 at the break, but we are going through as it stands. Price inside to Calvin. Renato's there. He's in the best of dragbacks, to be fair. Atal. Inside there to Shackleton, who can turn. It's poor though. Poor looking for Cunha. Wendell to Plata to Wendell again. Don't know how well he grows on FIFA 20. He was always a good go-to on FIFA 19, Wendell, as a central midfielder. I don't know if he's as good on this game as he was last year. You guys will, I'm sure, be able to tell me. Cunha's trying to get away from him here. Shackleton has options, one of which is Renato, actually. He could take this in his stride. Comes close to giving us that 1-goal lead that we crave. Cross to come in from Shackleton from the corner. Underneath this is Wendell, actually. Man of the moment. They've brought on Brian Ruiz. Shackleton to deliver, and up we go with Cooper. It's going to fall to Tyler Wright. Oh, he hit that very well. Hit that very well. On his weak foot too, Tyler Wright. He's left-footed, as we saw from the penalty in the game against Everton. But he struck that well on his right foot. Right to Renato again. Mateus Cunha. Maybe something at the top. Draw! Off the bar only. Oh, it's poor from the goalkeeper. Maximiano has just signed his side's fate. Oh, no wonder all of his defenders got their hands on their heads. They cannot believe what's just happened. They were calmly, comfortably playing the ball at the back, looking to build slowly. The defender plays it to the keeper, who then inexplicably gives it straight to Mateus Cunha, who will not make a mistake this time with his finish. Hit the bar moments ago, now finds the back of the net from close range. That's us through to quarter-finals of the Europa League. Thank you very much. We didn't need the gift, I don't feel. We were comfortable enough with it being 0-0 and going through on away goals, but I'll take it nonetheless. Going to get a free kick here. So they make one final change. Jared Bowen. Maybe Renato saying no. Jared Bowen can take it. I'll pop it there-ish. But put. I wanted to put some swing on it, but evidently didn't put the right inputs in with my controller. Nothing actually happened. Win that header, Brandon. I mean, he has. Can Calvi knock that back across goal? No. Another corner then. All right. Ending the game as we have been in the entire half, really. Brandon Cooper flicks that on, but it's not headed on target. Phillips wins that well. Is that going to fall for anyone? It's not. Phillips can win this one and find a teammate this time. Price. Oh, poor pass. Really poor pass. But the final whistle will go momentarily, so whether we score from this attack or not, that is game over. And that is game over. Into the quarterfinals of the European competition we go. Now then, Liverpool in the Premier League. This will probably decide whether we will or will not challenge for the remainder of the season for the Premier League title. Alisson in goal for Liverpool. Denayer at wing-back again, with Andrew Robertson on the left-hand side. Naby, Sander Berge and Matteo Guendouzi. Salah, Firmino, Ousmane Dembele. First time we've played against him in a Liverpool shirt. Their new £123 million signing. Vinicius Junior on the bench as well. Moussa Dembele there too. First time we've played against Ousmane. Let's see if he's any good. They don't have Bergwijn anymore. They sold him. But certainly a step up, you'd imagine. Ousmane Dembele from Steven Bergwijn. He nearly ran off the pitch there with his first action. He's gotten away from Saint-Maximin though. Adams and Renato Sanchez challenging with Bobby Firmino. And we do come away with the ball there. And then give it immediately straight back to them. Great. Lovely start. Firmino looking for... Oh! What the hell? Matteo Guendouzi! A thunderbolt from the blue in red. Bobby through the gap and pick that out. I cannot look at Engel there. Ordinarily, in some situations, I've said, why is the keeper just stood and looked at that? He could have saved it. No chance. No chance. He could have been 98 rated there, Stefan Engel. Not getting anywhere near that. That is one of the goals of the season from Matteo Guendouzi. Saint-Maximin inside to Renato. Tyler Adams. Well, immediately, we have a mountain to climb here at Anfield. We have tended to do well against Liverpool previously, but that certainly was not the best way we wanted to start things here away from home. We could go... Oh, we still could. Guendouzi deflected it straight to Haaland, but his shot is unfortunately well blocked. And unfortunately, we don't get ourselves that equaliser as quickly as we were hoping to get it. Marlon, across to Renato. Couldn't get that through with Tyler Adams. Bobby Firmino will find Naby Keita. Liverpool have tended to be really poor against us in played games, despite being so spectacularly good in all of the other games that they've played in. Although we did sim 2 games against Liverpool this year and win 3-0 and 1-0. So we have beaten them in sims as well as... Oh no, that was meant for Haaland. It will reach Tyler Roberts. He's turned well. We score anyway. We're level at Anfield. The pass from out wide into the middle was not what I was looking for. Wanted to find the Norwegian, but the Englishman through the middle. Obviously, Haaland was the better option there. He was the right side of the defender. Tyler Roberts wasn't. But thankfully, the pass from Alain Saint-Maximin was pinpoint accurate, as was the finish from, I was going to say young Tyler Roberts. He's not that young anymore in this save. Oh, we're level. His 10th goal of the Premier League season, and a big one. Back there to Jason Denayer. Not sure if he's really going to be what they're looking for as a defensive fullback. He certainly wasn't earlier on in the season. Chelsea have gone 1-0 up against Nottingham Forest, and Chelsea and Manchester City are still chasing us at the top of the table, so we are going to have to ensure that we keep our... Oh, it's nicely worked. I can't get this shot away. Keep our distance from them if we want to finish top 4. We still have a fairly comfortable points margin to them, but it's nothing to be taken for granted, as we have found out, and I don't think I'll ever underestimate anyone ever again in this save. After the way the Carabao Cup final went yesterday. Bobby Firmino to Naby Keita. Cross here to Jason Denayer. Good ball. They're going to score here. They have done. Firmino turns that home. Tomori can't get to it. And Liverpool have their lead back. Saint-Maximin with the throw. Back to Hakimi. Inside to Adams. Oh, Marlon, that's nice. And Roberts has Orlan here in space on his left foot. Oh! Erling! Mate! You're not going to get a better chance. He has not been firing on all cylinders recently, Orlan. Or close to it either. I don't know what Liverpool are doing there. Hopefully we can make them pay for that mistake. I can't believe he's missed that. I genuinely can't. Tyler Roberts. Oh, Renato's there. But I can't squeeze it to him. Squeezing their backline though. Trying to get ourselves level again. This time we do find Renato. Oh, but I can't get it to Orlan instead. Trying to put the pressure on their backline. But so far, Liverpool, other than the one time we scored, have dealt with everything I've thrown at them. This is a different sort of Liverpool performance here that we're used to seeing. Oh, Guendouzi out to Robertson to Guendouzi again. Please no. Thank you, Engel. Keep that into. Although whether there's time still to get ourselves an opportunity before half-time, I'm not sure. I'm going to need to do something quickly. Renato will get to that. And Orlan could get in behind and is in behind. And he's got the legs to get away. I've got Daniel Marlon with me. Oh, I went for a drag back and he's just stopped running. Erling, you need to be better. Big second half, please. Renato, Tyler Roberts, around the corner to Tyler Adams. Look how defensive Liverpool are now. So many bodies between me and the goal. Marlon has ridden that challenge well. All hands on deck for Liverpool right now. Oh no, that was meant for Renato. Some of these key passes being misplaced here horribly. Oh! Ah! Go in! Ah! What have I got to do to score a second against Liverpool? I can't believe it. On the first occasion, we were able to score when the pass was misplaced. And we would tuck the ball away well with Tyler Roberts. He had two opportunities there. Two bites to the cherry. The post and then a save by Alisson. Mo Salah into the middle. Ben White will win that header, but his clearance goes only as far as Hoover. He's come off the bench for them here for Jason Denayer. Mo Salah turns me well. Scoots the ball into the middle and Sanderberger makes it 3-1. Can you believe it? Unreal. 3-1 down. Can't believe it. Navigator. Oh, lovely ball through to Ousmane Dembele. Intercepted by Hakimi. And again. Oh, but can't get to the third one. Naby Keita. Back here to Robertson. I feel hard done by here at Anfield. Everything I've tried isn't really working. That's fallen straight back to Naby Keita. Get rid of that, please, Malacia. It's not the headed clearance I was after, to be honest, pal. But never mind. Marlon. Into Orlan. Oh, that was meant for Tyler Adams as well. It seems every pass I try to play where there's two options, it always plays it to the man that's further away. Again, that was meant for the man in the middle, but it's gone past him. Passing has been really awkward for me in this game, and it's costing me opportunities now. Get that quickly to Tyler Roberts. Round the corner to Orlan. Go on, Renato. Come on, Renato. Yes, Renato! Pick that ball up. Let's go again. 3-2. Game on. Robertson. Inside given away to Saint-Maximin. Tyler Roberts turns well. Tyler Adams to Tyler Roberts. Oh, tackled by Joe Gomez. Not good enough. That's a lovely ball out wide here to Dembele. Takes that down in his stride well and turns nicely too. I've just 10 minutes to try and get myself an equaliser here. Berger through to Guendouzi. Cross to Firmino. It's over here. It's going to fall to Salah. They've got a fourth. Liverpool finally playing like Liverpool. About time they did that, to be fair. Doesn't make the defeat any less frustrating, but it is what you would have expected given the nature of the two teams and their form this season. I'm obviously annoyed to have lost, but also partially relieved to have finally had a realistic game against Liverpool. They lead by 4-2 here with 4 minutes to go. This will seal the end of our challenge for the Premier League title. We are now going to be far, too far behind Liverpool to be able to get the title this season. It will have to wait until next year, but we're still in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. We are still in the quarter-finals of the Europa League and very much looking forward to playing those games in those cup competitions. But our league campaign isn't over because we do still have to ensure that we finish inside the top 4. And another game where every single shot on target has gone in, a la the Carabao Cup final. That's frustrating. Roberts deserves all the praise. He did really well in that game. It was a tough match. I'm not sure where things went wrong, other than Liverpool scoring every single shot they had. The lads did their best in that. I tried, but for the first time in a while, Liverpool were just too good. There's 9 games to go for us in the Premier League this season. We have a game in hand on those above us. We can go above Everton with a win in that game. Liverpool are now 15 points above us. So, yeah, top 4 only is what we're going to be able to do. But if we win our game in hand, we will be just 3 points behind Manchester United. And we do have them left to play this season, or do we not? We don't have them left to play this season. So we're going to have to hope that they drop points. So concentration and priorities now switch for us from the Premier League to cup competition. That said, we still need to make sure we're still good enough in the Premier League because we need to keep Manchester City and Chelsea behind us. But my priority has now shifted to cup competition. Can we do a domestic and European Cup double this year? We shall find out in due course. Lille in the quarter-finals is the team we have, as well as Tottenham in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. I will see you tomorrow with our first game against Arsenal, where hopefully we'll get payback for that Carabao Cup thumping. Right, I'll see you then.